Hey guys, Dr. Brown here with Kubo Math, and tonight we have 4th, 5th, 6th grade where we're looking at per unit calculations. So let's get after it. Okay, Ivy and Joe, they do a job for 14,400 pesos. So when I say do a job, maybe they built a concrete wall or they built a sidewalk. So they performed a service for someone for 14,400 pesos. Now you can use dollars, whatever your unit of measure is for your respective area. Okay, so in this case we're here in the Philippines, so 14,400 pesos for that job. Now their intentions were to split the money according to the number of hours each worked. Okay, now Ivy worked 4 hours, Joe worked 5 hours. How much money was each one of these workers, Ivy and Joe, how much money did they receive from that 14,400? The best way to do something like this, we know the total money that was given for the job was 14,400 pesos. We also know that the total hours worked would be 4 plus 5, which would be 9 hours. Okay, so if we want to know the amount of money that was paid per hour, we can take the total monies divided by the total hours. So we have pesos divided by hours. So we'll end up with pesos per hour. And that's what we're looking for, pesos per 1 hour. Pesos per hour. But right now we have 14,400 and we have 9 hours. I'll put the hours on the other side. But once we divide the 9 into this, it'll just be 1 hour in the denominator. So let's take 14,400 divided by 9. So 1 times 9 is 9. 14 minus 9 is 5. Bring down the 4. So 6 times 9 is 54. That leaves me 0. So I have 2 zeros left. Bring them up. And to my good friend Christine, this is why keeping the numbers organized is important. Okay, so if you keep them in row, you know what to do with the remaining zeros here. Okay, so what do we have now? 1,600 pesos per hour is the amount of money that was paid out for every hour worked. Now, since we want to know how much was each person paid, my result is going to be in pesos. It's going to be in units of money. Well, if I have pesos per hour, if I multiply this times hours, hours cancel and I'm left with just pesos. So I know if I want to solve for Ivy, he worked 4 hours. So 4 times 1,600 is how much Ivy would get paid. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 6, 24. Carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, Ivy, he ended up with 6,400 pesos. Okay, let's take and put Joe in here. So Joe would have 5 hours. And you'll notice hours divided by hours cancel. We're left with just pesos, right? All right, so 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So Joe, he ended up with 8,000 pesos. Now if we add those together, we should get 14,400. If we don't, we've messed up somewhere. Okay. All right, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 4 plus 0 is 4, 8 plus 6 is 14. Yay. So 14,400, Joe gets 8,000, Ivy gets 6,400. So you can see putting this into a per unit, taking this and saying, well, that equals 1,600 pesos per every hour that's worked. And that allows us, that's why we call it, put it in a per unit. So this is per 1 unit of hours. If you can get things in a per unit basis, then it makes it easier to calculate and do some other things with it. Okay. That's all for now. Keep studying, guys. Together, let's build a better tomorrow and do that through math. That's all for now. Study, study, study. I can't overemphasize that. And then we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.